lord. Went to grab a cucumber and some water and done got spammed. Just my headset over and over? Good lord. Alright. Well, what do we play? Let's see. I might do Beyond Handwell. Could do some Assassin's Creed. We could do some Discord. YouTube. Let's do some YouTube. I wanted to see how something was made, but I always forget how it's made. So we've seen orange juice. Should we do a 30-minute one? That's kind of long, I ain't gonna lie. Soda is crazy. 41? Is this like a just straight up documentary? Good God. How sugar is made. I've seen that one. That's crazy. Prepackaged sandwiches and the fish replicas? What? I ain't gonna lie. We might go back. Yeah, let's do that gummy one. It's gummies, marshmallows, and I got a cucumber to eat while I'm watching it, so I'm not starving the whole time.
If you knew gummy candy was made from animal bones and skin, would you still want to eat it?
Yeah, I don't really care.
But it's true. According to the Gelatin Manufacturers Institute of America, in 2021 alone, Americans consumed around 60,000 tons of gelatin, mostly from gummy candy, marshmallows, and pudding. And most of that gelatin doesn't come from where you think.
That's 120,000 pounds.
Gummy candy isn't an American invention. It originated in Germany in the 1920s, when a candy maker named Hans Riegel created what we now know as the Haribo gummy bear. From a small workshop
I always said
Bonn,
Haribo.
He turned gummy candy into a global phenomenon.
Not Haribo.
Goldbeeren von Haribo. Haribo macht Kinder froh und Erwachsene ebenso.
By the 1980s, gummy candy officially entered the U.S. market. And
that was actually kind of funny. Globe.
Since then, it's become a staple on every snack aisle shelf.
Yeah, it is. It is iconic for sure.
At the factory, the process starts by mixing the key ingredients: sugar, corn syrup, water, flavorings, food coloring, and of course, gelatin. Gelatin is the main texturizing agent. It gives gummy candy its signature chewiness and elasticity. And just like
gelatin
you heard at the start
made,
of this video, it's not a plant-based ingredient like many people think. Most commercial gelatin is extracted from pig skin, cow bones, and sometimes fish, parts left over from the slaughtering process. For some, it's a smart way to reduce waste. For others, the idea of eating a sweet treat made from animal bones and skin is still hard to swallow.
I mean, I eat animals, so I don't really care, but that's kind of weird. Like, how?
Should be more clearly labeled for health, religious, or simply right-to-know reasons. Equally controversial is the food coloring, the stuff that gives each candy its bright, eye-catching look.
Yeah, they
In the
should
US,
call it like
colors like red
Skeleton.
40, yellow 5, and blue 1 are approved by the FDA for use in food, including gummy candy. However, in Europe, some of these substances are more tightly regulated or even require warning labels, especially when marketed to children.
This food contains synthetic food colorings that may impair the behavior of some children. What? What does that mean?
The food industry says it's all within safe limits, but some studies and consumer groups want a closer look at the long-term effects. So, what do you think? If the candy still tastes the same, but looks a little less colorful, would it matter to you?
No.
Once the gummy mixture is fully blended and reaches the right hot, syrupy consistency, it moves to the molding stage. Every gummy candy starts with a mold, but
Cornstarch.
surprisingly, they don't use plastic or metal molds like many assume. Instead, most factories still use starch molds. It may sound old-fashioned, but it's actually an extremely efficient method used in industrial production. Cornstarch is packed into thick trays, then a stamping machine prints the desired shape. From
How much
bears and
cornstarch
fruits
do
to
they
worms,
use?
creating rows of precise, hollow impressions. The hot gummy mixture is automatically poured into each mold. This entire step is fast, with high precision in temperature, volume, and
But how do
pouring
they
speed.
get the hot gummy mixture? You missed that part, buddy. I'm gonna need you to go
Why
back.
use starch molds? There are three main reasons starch molds
They don't
are still
stick.
preferred, even with modern plastic mold technology. First, cornstarch can withstand high heat and doesn't warp when exposed to the 70 to 90 degrees Celsius mixture. Second, starch absorbs some of the moisture from the mixture, helping the candy set faster and hold its chewy texture. Third, after each batch, the starch is sifted and reused, cutting costs and saving time while still meeting hygiene standards.
I didn't know that.
So, while it may seem outdated, starch molds remain a simple, effective solution, shaping millions of gummy candies every day.
But how did we get the
After
mixture?
molding, the gummies are removed.
No,
and
no,
set
no, no,
for
no, no, no,
food
no,
and
no, no. We're not at step 3. How did we get the hot gummy mixture? You skipped that completely. Am I tripping?
Here the temperature is kept around 18 to 24 degrees Celsius to let the candy cool gradually, avoiding heat shock that can cause warping, cracking, or uneven texture. Once cooled, the gummy is fully formed in shape and texture. But if you look closely, it's still dull and sticks easily to others.
Yo. Look at this dude's
Once cooled,
face,
the gummy is
bro.
fully formed in shape and texture. But if you look closely,
Bro is creepy as can be. What in the world? Nah. That's about to be the thumbnail. That's crazy. Why is he so happy to be there? Yo, good lord. I'm gonna need someone to get this dude a what are they called? Like the facial it's a mask, but what are they called? I don't know. Something that's got some color to it. You don't need the transparent one, bro. That one ain't helping you, bro.
still dull and sticks easily to others. To fix this, manufacturers apply an ultra-thin coating of edible wax, usually beeswax, carnauba wax, or vegetable oil.
Okay.
Among these, carnauba, extracted from Brazilian palm leaves, is the most common. It's colorless, odorless, edible, and FDA approved for food use.
It should be illegal for them to color this stuff like this. Look at this.
Carnauba, extracted from Brazilian palm leaves.
This looks like the most healthy, delicious thing ever. It just looks like a bunch of peppers. This should absolutely be illegal. I'm sorry. Because think about this. I want you to really think about this. In health and in life, things that are like replenishing are usually colorful. Your oranges, tomatoes, watermelons, so on and so forth, right? And then you got your meats. Your meats are not colorful or anything like that. Especially when you cook them, they're brown, they're white. They can be pink, but they're not like refreshing looking. These are intentionally colored to make them look fruity. They're intentionally colored. Hey, thanks for the bear. I don't know when you sent that. But they're intentionally designed to be like, oh, these are fruity. These aren't fruity. These are literally pig skin, bone extract, red 40, and sugar. Like, this should be illegal because it looks good. It looks like, oh man, that looks tasty. That looks fruity. It's a deception. This should be illegal.
Leaves is the most common. It's colorless, odorless, edible, and FDA approved for food use. It only takes about 0.1% of the candy's weight, but this layer makes the surface smooth, dry, non-sticky, and most importantly, keeps gummies from clumping during packaging. For certain products, especially sour gummies or tropical fruit gummies, the coating is a layer of crystallized sugar or a sugar acid mix instead of wax. This sugar coating not only adds flavor, but creates a light crunch when you bite into the gummy surface.
That looks disgusting. Those look delicious though, I ain't gonna lie. I'm a sucker for some sour gummies.
Packaging. They're funneled through weighing machines, accurately dividing them into 100 gram, 150 gram, or 250 gram bags, depending on market requirements. Then comes the heat sealing, batch coating,
250 gram bag.
A modern packaging line can handle 150 to 200 bags per minute, translating to millions of gummies packed every week, sent to supermarkets, convenience stores, and retail outlets across the U.S.
None of those are gummies.
Use gelatin, but what gives them their signature texture isn't what you'd expect. Marshmallows still use gelatin.
Oh, marshmallows, okay.
What gives them their signature texture isn't what you'd expect. It's not the sugar. It's not.
Did bro just repeat himself?
Isn't what you'd expect. Marshmallows still use gelatin, but what gives them their signature texture isn't what you'd expect.
Yeah, he literally.
It's not the sugar. It's not the gelatin. It's something no one really thinks of as food.
Oh boy, they're about to ruin marshmallows. I don't even really care for them anyway.
In fact, marshmallows can be made of up to 60% air, which means basically you're eating air.
Cap.
Wait, what?
%80 sugar.
The name marshmallow comes from the marshmallow plant, a plant that grows in marshes, which was once used as a folk medicine in ancient Egypt. The plant's root contains a natural mucilage.
See, this is what I'm saying. Oh, this plant was used for healing and it's super, like, people identify it and it's got these properties. And then they're like, we're going to make some sugar air gelatinous thing. Like, why would you name that after that? That's like if I literally made, like, I took, like, chocolate and I took, I don't know, some sort of dye, some sort of coating, and then I called it, like, aloe. Like, what? I made it, like, green and look super, like, it's green with, like, a white cream filling, and I call it aloe bites. And you're sitting there thinking to yourself, like, oh, well, it's aloe. It looks healthy. It looks yummy. It looks green and, like, refreshing, like... This is all deception. This is crazy.
It was extracted and beaten with honey to create the first version of marshmallow. By the 19th century, the production method changed entirely. The plant's root was replaced with gelatin, cheaper, easier to store, and provided a more stable texture. From there, marshmallow
That's literally everything. Everything is like that now. Cheaper, easier. We're just going to do it this way. And I understand that it's like, oh, well, why wouldn't you want to go to cheaper route on mass production? Because if we're taking something from a plant, and then we're taking something from bone and skin, one, the plant is probably easier to grow, easier to extract, but you have to grow more. So it's like, I don't know. And I can't imagine those qualities are the same. We're taking extractions from pig skin, versus extraction from plant roots. I'm thinking the plant's probably a little healthier, just a little bit. I could be
Became
wrong.
a popular sweet, associated with campfires, s'mores, and even American snack culture. If you found this content helpful, don't forget to subscribe to the channel to follow our next videos. The process begins with soaking gelatin in water. The gelatin is placed into the stand mixer and soaked for about 15 minutes to absorb water and fully expand. This is an important step for the gelatin to activate its binding properties and form the structure of the marshmallow. During this time, workers prepare a mixture of sugar, corn syrup, and a small amount of water. Sugar provides the main sweetness, while corn syrup helps control crystal.
If you guys have never seen the video of how sugar is made, I highly recommend it. It's actually really disturbing. There's lots of bleaching, there's lots, like, dude, it'll make you feel a certain way about everything, man. I don't think we should really be eating the majority of this stuff. Now, I'll be the first one to say I can be hypocritical. I'll go eat some sugar right after this, but I don't think we should be eating this stuff.
Crystallization, keeping the mixture soft, elastic, and preventing it from drying out as it cools. The mixture is heated to 240 degrees Fahrenheit, about 115 degrees Celsius, which corresponds to the soft ball stage, a key temperature point in candy making. Once the syrup mixture reaches the proper temperature, the worker turns on the stand mixer at low speed and slowly pours the hot syrup into the expanded gelatin. Pouring slowly and continuously helps avoid thermal shock and ensures the mixture blends smoothly. After all the syrup is added, the mixer speed is gradually increased. This process incorporates air into the mixture, creating millions of tiny air bubbles. These bubbles give the marshmallow its light, soft, and fluffy texture.
Yeah, they just whip it, yeah.
At this stage, the gelatin acts like a supporting net, holding the air bubbles in place. Thanks to this, the marshmallow retains its volume.
How was
and
this
doesn't collapse
discovered?
after whipping. When the mixture turns opaque white and begins to thicken, vanilla is added for aroma. The whipping speed is then raised to a high level, 2,000 to 3,500 RPM, making the mixture smooth, uniform, and light. The result? The mixture doubles in volume, with about 50 to 60% of it consisting of air bubbles. Immediately after whipping, while the mixture is still warm and pliable, workers proceed to the shaping stage. Before this, the trays are carefully prepared, sprayed with a layer of food-grade oil to prevent sticking, then dusted with a layer of fine powdered sugar, a blend of icing sugar and cornstarch, to help the marshmallows from sticking to the bottom and sides of the tray.
Yeah, this is not how marshmallows are made on a mass
mixture is
scale.
poured into the tray
A
from the
machine
edge in a
definitely
steady,
does all of
even
this.
flow to avoid forming large air pockets or empty spots. Workers use a spatula or straight edge to gently spread the mixture, starting from the corners and moving toward the center. The spreading technique requires a light but steady hand to evenly distribute the mixture without deflating the air bubbles. The thickness of the marshmallow layer is usually controlled between 2 to 3 centimeters, depending on the product type. After spreading, workers check the surface and smooth out any raised areas to ensure the marshmallow sets evenly and looks clean after cooling.
Couldn't they just use, like, vibrations to, like, shake it into a balance, or no?
The thickness of the marshmallow layer is usually controlled between 2 to 3 centimeters, depending on the product type. After spreading, workers check the surface and smooth out any raised areas to ensure the marshmallow sets evenly and
Bro is repeating himself like every 2 seconds.
looks clean after cooling. Once the marshmallow has cooled and set, it is removed from the tray, placed on a cutting board dusted
That
with
looks
powdered sugar,
disgusting. I
and
don't know
cut.
what kind of
The
marshmallows
knife is
these
sprayed
are.
with oil to prevent sticking.
That don't look like a marshmallow. That looks like
The
Jell-O.
marshmallow is first cut into long strips, then further divided into square pieces.
That's
of
so
uniform
much
size.
sugar they've put on these things. Yeah, that don't look like a marshmallow to me. That's pretty disgusting.
In addition, some of the marshmallow may be piped using a pastry bag to create twisted, multicolored marshmallow ropes, forming products with visually appealing shapes. After cutting, each marshmallow piece is coated with an additional layer of fine powdered sugar to prevent sticking during storage and packaging.
That doesn't look like
This
a
coating
marshmallow
also
to
helps
me.
keep the surface dry and extends freshness. The finished product has a soft, elastic, and evenly airy texture. When dropped into a cup of hot chocolate, the marshmallow slowly melts and blends into the
Well,
drink,
if the chocolate was
creating a
hot, you
sweet
wouldn't
and
need to use a
cozy
torch
sensation.
on it.
Did you know that more than half of the marshmallow you're eating is air? Does that change the way you see this candy?
No.
From a soft foam mass to a candy with a hard shell and a chewy inside, this process is a completely different story. In the US, many people refer to jelly beans as fruit candy. But there's no fruit.
What's
in
with
them,
the hard
no juice.
transitions? Good lord. We've already seen jelly beans, though. They gotta transition better, though. What is that?
This slow soaking process ensures the fruit keeps its shape, color, and texture, and prevents sugar crystallization on the surface.
Okay. Let's watch something else. You know what? I'm gonna just close my eyes and scroll for a minute, and then we're gonna watch whatever it lands on, unless it's absolutely terrible. We've already seen hot dogs. We'll go to the next one.
Different types of golf balls deliver.
Not really interested. Close my eyes! I actually think binoculars are interesting, but I'm more so interested in food. Sandwich crackers? Here, let's do this. Food. Okay, we might get somewhere with this. Said sugar, take it slow, it'll work it. Cigarettes, ew. All you need is just a little patience. Sticky buns. Alright, we've seen a lot of these, so I'm trying to get to like the second half here. Here we go. Chocolate and lipstick. Enchiladas. Peanut Lego. How are Legos made? It's gotta just be plastic, right? But Legos are not food. Peeps, pizza. Sugar, Oreo. That looks disgusting. Bread. Come on, we gotta find something good. Doritos. Gingerbread, gummies, Spam. Oh god, let's watch Spam.
Canned meat has become an integral part of our modern food culture, providing us with quick and easy meal options in our busy lives. But have you ever wondered about the meticulous process that brings these delectable treats from the factory to your table? Well, you're in for a treat, because in this episode
Is that
of
a
How It's Made,
marshmallow?
we're taking you behind the scenes of the food industry.
That's
to
gotta be
explore
salt,
the
right?
fascinating journey of canned meat. From the selection of top-notch
like a
ingredients
salt
to the
block
precise
thing.
packaging techniques, we'll reveal every step involved in creating these mouth-watering delicacies. Our first stop on this savory adventure.
I wouldn't say
takes us to the
mouth-watering.
heart
None of
the
this looks
operation,
good at all.
The meat preparation stage. Here, the selection and handling of high-quality meat are of utmost importance to ensure a delectable end product. Imagine stepping into a world where skilled professionals transform raw meat into the delectable canned treats we savor. It all begins with the careful selection of premium cuts, each chosen for its flavor and tenderness.
Stop the cap.
The meat undergoes a thorough...
This is not premium cuts. This is anything that is acceptable. Stop glazing these people. The only thing that gets thrown away is bad meat.
cleaning and trimming process to remove any unwanted elements. This attention to detail ensures that only the finest quality meat makes its way into those
Lies.
iconic cans.
The most acceptable
But it doesn't
meat.
stop there. Hygiene and safety take center stage at every
Yeah,
step.
hygiene at every step, right? Let me
The
disprove
detail
you in
ensures that
1
only the
second after
finest
you say
quality
it.
meat makes its way into those iconic cans.
That's all I need to show you. Hygiene is not a part of this process. It's just not.
It doesn't
Look at that. That is disgusting. You cannot tell me that that thing is clean on the inside. You can't.
stop there. Hygiene and safety
You can literally see the crust on
take
it.
center stage at every step. Stringent measures are in place to maintain a sterile environment, preventing any contamination or spoilage. The workers, dressed in white protective gear, follow strict protocols to ensure the meat remains uncontaminated. Once the meat is cleaned,
Because if it was any other color, this is what I'm talking about. The workers who are wearing white. It doesn't matter what color it is, bro. Why are you glazing? Just talk about it as fact and stop being biased.
trimmed, it undergoes a rigorous inspection process. Highly trained professionals examine each piece, meticulously checking for any imperfections or signs of spoilage.
They're
Only the
literally
best
just
cuts
cramming it
pass the
in.
stringent quality control check. The dedication and expertise of these professionals ensure that
What's
the
that
canned
white
meat
thing?
you enjoy is of the highest standard.
That's a
Their
steak.
commitment to
That's not
excellence
canned meat.
guarantees that every bite is
That's
filled
still
with
a
flavor
steak.
and satisfaction. Now that we've witnessed the precision and care put into selecting and preparing
What
the
is
meat,
that white
it's
thing?
time to move on to the next step: cooking and seasoning.
What is the
Prepare your
white
taste
thing?
buds because things are about to get even more flavorful.
Please tell me what the
Once
white
meat
thing
has
is.
undergone meticulous preparation, it enters the cooking and seasoning stage, where it is transformed into a flavorful delight. In the industrial-sized cookers, the carefully selected meat takes center stage.
He's genuinely not going to address that, okay? I'm going to Google it real quick. White cube and canned meat. Likely fat that has set. No, it's definitely not fat. Not at the top. Not the little white. I need like the white cube. So no one's going to talk about that. I can't even find it on Google. Okay.
These massive cooking vessels
That
apply
looked
the
disgusting.
perfect combination of
So you're going to tell me
flavorful
this is
delight.
hygienic, by
In
the way.
industrial-sized cookers,
All of the humidity that's going on those metal pieces
Carefully
dripping into the can. You can literally see the gunk on top. That
Selected.
it's literally got water on it that's dripping into the can.
meat takes
That looks foul, absolutely disgusting. No way this is hygienic in any regard. You can see the stains on the side.
center stage. These massive cooking vessels apply the perfect combination of heat and steam to ensure thorough cooking. This process not only enhances the flavor, but also eliminates
See,
any
hold
potential
on.
harmful
You can literally
The
see the
cooking
cubes on the
vessels
side.
apply the perfect combination of heat and steam to ensure
See, he's putting them in. They're at the bottom right. What is that?
thorough cooking. This process not only enhances the flavor, but also eliminates any potential harmful bacteria, ensuring the meat's safety. And
Can you
extending its
address
shelf
the
life.
white thing?
As the meat simmers and sizzles, the aroma fills the air, hinting at the delectable feast to come. Skilled culinary experts now step in, adding their creative touch to elevate the flavors to new heights. It's the art of seasoning that truly sets canned meat apart. With a careful balance of spices,
Apart
herbs,
from
and marinades,
what? Canned meat has got to be the worst type of meat you can have. Why is this dude... It's so delectable and delicious. It's amazing. No, it's the worst type of meat you can have.
these flavor masters create unique profiles that excite the taste buds. Each canned meat product offers a distinct culinary
that looks
experience,
disgusting.
from the robust and savory to the tangy and zesty. The seasoning is a precise process where the perfect combination of ingredients is measured and
And we're
added
going
to
to
the cooked
pretend
meat.
that that's sanitary.
Robust and savory to the tangy and zesty. The seasoning is a
We
precise
just got meat just setting everywhere. That is disgusting
where the
looking.
perfect combination of ingredients is measured and added to the cooked meat. Consistency is key. Through careful monitoring and quality control, the seasoning process ensures
That
that
actually
each can
looked
of
pretty
meat
clean, I'll
delivers
give
the
them
same
that.
delightful flavor,
That's
bite after
clearly
bite.
not.
It's this dedication to consistency that has made canned meat a staple in
Oh
households
my
around
god.
that each can of meat delivers the same delightful flavor, bite after bite.
Watch the
It's
sides of this
this
thing.
dedication to consistency.
Look at that. Bro. Nah. This is disgusting. Not even just the mushy goo thing in the middle. The sides of this machine are absolutely disgustingly crusty.
That has made canned meat a staple in households around the world. From hearty stews to succulent slices, canned meat offers a wide array of options, catering to various culinary preferences. Whether it's a touch of smokiness, a burst of spices, or a delicate blend of herbs, each can is a culinary adventure waiting to be enjoyed. The cooking and seasoning process is a labor of love, guided by the expertise and passion of culinary professionals. Their dedication to creating
has to be
harmonious
salt,
flavor
right?
profiles transforms plain meat into a delectable feast that can be enjoyed anywhere.
It has to be a salt
anytime.
bowl.
As you savor that tender bite of canned meat, let your taste buds celebrate the journey it took to arrive on your plate. From the careful cooking
No,
in those
thank
massive
you.
cookers
This looks
to the
awful.
artful seasoning, each can is a testament to the commitment of those who craft it. With the meat cooked to perfection and infused with tantalizing flavors, it's time for the next crucial step in the process: canning and packaging. The journey begins as the flavorful meat is carefully placed into cans, ready to be sealed and preserved. To ensure the highest quality and safety, the cans go through a sterilization process, eliminating any potential bacteria and extending the shelf life of the product. Automated systems take charge, meticulously filling each can with the precisely measured amount of meat, leaving no room for error. The cans are then sealed, creating an airtight enclosure that locks in the freshness and flavors. Every can undergoes a detailed labeling process where vital information
So just
such as
spraying
nutritional
it with
content,
water is a
ingredients, and branding
decontamination?
is added. These labels not only inform consumers, but also comply with regulatory requirements, ensuring transparency
Do you
and
see
consumer
how
confidence.
dirty this stuff is?
Packaging options vary, catering to different
You steamed the cans and then rolled them through a dusty, crusty old assembly
consumer
line.
needs and preferences. From individual-sized portions to family-sized packs, the industry offers a range of options to accommodate various lifestyles and serving sizes. Throughout the canning and packaging process, quality control
I can't imagine jalapeno spam would not absolutely destroy your stomach.
remains a top priority. Inspections and tests are conducted to guarantee that each can meets the highest standards of quality, ensuring that consumers receive a safe and enjoyable product. The automated systems employed during canning and packaging not only ensure efficiency, but also minimize human error, guaranteeing consistent results. This precision-driven process ensures that each can of meat meets the expectations of consumers in terms of taste, safety, and convenience. Once the cans are filled, sealed, and labeled, they are ready to embark on their journey to supermarket shelves and ultimately your pantry. Whether you're enjoying a quick meal at home, packing a delicious lunch, or embarking on a camping adventure, these cans of meat offer convenience without compromising on flavor. So the next time you open a can of delectable
man.
meat, take a moment to appreciate the meticulous canning and
thank you.
packaging process that goes into bringing that flavorful delight to your table. Now, with the cans perfectly sealed and the flavors intact, it's time to explore the final section: quality control. Behind the scenes of canned meat production, a robust quality control process ensures that each product meets the highest standards of excellence and safety. Dedicated lab technicians play a crucial role in this stage, conducting meticulous inspections and tests. Samples of canned meat are carefully selected and evaluated for
Teriyaki
taste,
spam.
texture, and nutritional content. These tests ensure that the meat retains its desired flavor profile, maintains a pleasing texture, and meets the nutritional requirements
Dude,
specified
this
on the
is
label.
disgusting. I
In
need to
addition
watch
sensory
these types of videos.
evaluations,
I'm not hungry at
advanced
all now.
laboratory equipment is utilized to perform microbiological tests.
This is crazy.
These tests detect and prevent any potential presence of harmful bacteria, safeguarding consumer health. Quality
Okay. I'm not the brightest bulb in the box. I'll be the first one to say it. I'm not a scientist. I'm not a doctor. But we gotta stop pretending as if these people are efficiently measuring all of the bacteria in this stuff because they took one sample and tested it. That's not efficient, buddy. It's also not 100%. I understand there is no way to get 100%, but don't say it as if it is.
Control personnel also monitor and address any issues that may arise during the production process. They work closely with production teams, providing valuable feedback and making adjustments if necessary to maintain consistency and uphold the highest quality standards. Should an issue be identified
No.
during control,
The most acceptable quality standards.
stringent protocols are in place to address it promptly. This may involve adjusting processes, recalling affected batches, or making improvements to prevent reoccurrence. Ultimately, the dedication to quality control ensures that each can of meat that reaches consumers' hands is reliable, safe, and meets or exceeds their expectations. From the
So you think every can that's ever reached a consumer's hand has been reliable, safe, and met their expectation? No. Get out of here, bro. These are the types of statements that make you look like an idiot. That makes no sense. It makes no sense. You're talking gibberish.
selection of ingredients to the final product, every step is carefully monitored and validated to deliver a consistently exceptional
Also, you
experience.
use the same footage
So,
like
the next time you
57
indulge in the
times back
convenience
and
of
forth.
canned meat, remember the meticulous
And then just
quality
talked
control
over it,
measures
which is
undertaken to provide you
insanely
with a
lazy
product
for a
that not
YouTube
only
video.
tantalizes your taste buds, but also prioritizes your well-being.
Bro
With
threw the
quality
same
control as
stock
the
footage
backbone,
over and over
canned
and then
meat
threw some
continues
text
to be
on
a
it.
trusted and delicious option for meals and snacks, enhancing our culinary experiences. The journey of canned meat production is a testament to the meticulous
The
care and
same
expertise that goes into
footage
creating
over
these
and
delectable
over.
and
The same
convenient
beat
food options.
repeated the whole
From the
video.
selection of high-quality meat to the precise cooking, seasoning, canning, packaging, and rigorous quality control processes.
This is what's wrong
every
with
step is
YouTube. This person or this channel has 231,000 views on a video that was lazily crafted, and I guarantee you they didn't obtain this footage by themselves at all. Also, all they did was tell you the process, which takes barely any research. Someone actually put research into it, and they took their research, their footage, etc., made a video just explaining and overhyping and biased the process, and then they got 230,000
essential in
views.
delivering a
It's
product
lazy
with the
content,
highest
man.
standards of excellence. Thank you for joining us on this captivating journey through the making of canned meat. From the careful selection of ingredients to the expert
Now, I know that
craftsmanship,
you could flip that and be like, oh, but you're watching it and reacting to it. This is lazy content. No part of me is acting as if this isn't lazy. I'm just watching something. If you don't like this kind of content, don't watch it. And I know that you could say the same back, but my point is I like the real, like, journalistic style videos
canned
on
meat
how
has
it's
become an
made.
integral part
Not,
of our modern
these channels are all just fake channels trying to generate views based off of other people's, information and study. That's crazy. But they act as if they're the ones with the information. If you want to follow for more, we're going to be talking about how gummies are made next week. No, you're literally getting a bunch of stock footage, putting it together. Man, I don't know. Maybe I'm just hating. I don't know. South of Midnight killed my mood, man. We're going to get up out of here, man. I'll see you guys on Saturday, though. Thank you guys for coming to Red's World. Stay tuned for more to come soon, and I'll see you guys in the next video or stream. Peace.